Getting settled into your work environment is not always easy. There will be instances when you will come across people at work who will do whatever it takes to give you a hard time. That is why today we'll be helping you stand up for yourself at work by giving you 5 tips on how to deal with the workplace bullying. It's good to have you here. Welcome to Tree of Life, where we plant the seeds to help you grow. Before we start, keep in mind that every situation is a little different, and you should always check if and how our advice can be applicable to your own situation. Now, let's go straight ahead to tip number 1. Stand up early. It's much better to stand up for yourself in the early stages of bullying rather than let it go on for too long. In the early stages, bullies might just be testing to see if you're someone that they can easily pick on, someone who's too afraid to defend themselves. If you don't stand up for yourself as soon as you can, the bully will see you as an easy target, and they'll have their eyes locked on you from the start. That's why it's important to stand up for yourself at the very beginning so that you can show the bully that you won't allow yourself to be bullied. It's harder to stand up for yourself if the bullying has already been going on for a while. In any case of bullying, it's normal for the victim to grow fearful of their bully. Bullies usually do whatever they can to torment their target. And the more frequently this happens, the more likely that the victim will admit defeat. The thing is, most victims think that fighting back will only aggravate the bully even more. And so they're too scared to do anything. Most people think that they can just stand it out and the bullying will eventually stop. But this is not true. It will not go away as long as you allow it to happen. So you must do your best to stop it as early as possible. If you do try standing up for yourself and it doesn't work out, don't feel too bad about it. Most bullies aren't so easily shaken. That's why they're so confident to bully other people in the first place. But the important thing is that you tried. Tip number 2. Support yourself. Always remind yourself that it's almost always about the bully and not you. There are many reasons why some people grow up to be bullies, and a lot of factors can affect the way they decide to treat other people. Some bullies may have been bullied themselves, either by their parents or peers, so they want to bully other people as a way of taking revenge and gaining their power back. Other bullies are just overly insecure, so they want to point out other people's insecurities to feel better about themselves. Whatever their reason may be, most of the time it's really not your fault that they're bullying you. There's nothing wrong with you. Some bullies just want to make other people feel bad so they can feel good. Instead of spending your time thinking about why you're being bullied, try putting more focus on your own well-being by spending time with your family, friends, or partner. Surround yourself with the people who love you and support you, and those who will not get tired of reminding you of your worth as a person. You can also spend more time on your hobbies or try picking up something new. Anything that will take your mind off the bullying and make you feel better about yourself. Tip number 3. Document, document, document. This can't be emphasized enough. You must document everything. It's really unfortunate, but some bullying cases are never resolved because the victim can never really present any concrete proof that they are being bullied. Even if it's already extremely obvious that there is some bullying going on, the phrase innocent until proven guilty is still applied in some cases. And without your own evidence, you won't be able to put up much of a fight. Another reason why it's important to document everything is that prolonged bullying may cause you to get used to the treatment and eventually forget the details of what happened. You may begin doubting your own memory, which would not make your accusations very credible or reliable. You must document every little incident as best as you can. Collect anything that can serve as proof: emails, documents, and if you can, audio and video recordings. These hard pieces of evidence will help you significantly. If you don't have access to proof like these, you may take note of every incident by writing it down in very specific and descriptive terms. If you ever decide to take this case to HR or to court, details are your best friend. You need to gather as much materials as you can to back up your statements. This will make your case more real and convincing. If you've watched this far, go ahead and click the like button for us to let us know that you're enjoying the video. Great! Now let's move on to tip number 4. Look out where you can get some support from others. As I've mentioned before, spending more time with family and friends will help you feel better. These are the people who know you for who you really are, and they can make you feel loved and restore your confidence in yourself. It's also good to try reaching out to other colleagues about the bullying. Who knows, some of them might even be experiencing the same thing as you, but are likewise too afraid to speak up against the bully. If you manage to connect with other workmates who can back you up, maybe you can form a plan to fight back. Oftentimes, if a large group raises the issue, it makes all of their experiences more credible. Numbers are good when standing up against one big bully. If you don't have colleagues who can help you, you may try going directly to HR. But you must be aware that, unfortunately, not every HR department does the best or right thing when it comes to bullying. It may get especially difficult if the bully is someone of a higher rank or position and therefore can't so easily be discredited by HR. Prolonged bullying is bound to affect your mental health, so don't feel ashamed to reach out for professional help. Find a therapist near you so you can take care of your mental and emotional well-being. When spending time with your friends and family isn't enough, talking to a professional can help you rebuild your confidence. And they will be able to listen and understand your situation without judgment. In the event that the bullying gets worse and lasts longer than you expected, the best course of action is to get advice from a lawyer. Most bullies won't be scared of your colleagues or the HR department, but will back away at the mention of a lawyer. Make sure to compile as much evidence as you can. Tip number 5. Have an exit plan. When all else fails, perhaps the best thing you can do for yourself is to just leave. It's definitely unfair that the victim has to be affected the most while the bully can continue in the workplace as usual. But you have to remember that it's not always shameful to step down and leave. Sometimes that's the bravest thing you can do. It's absolutely not easy to resign and look for another place to work. It takes a lot of courage, something that the bully does not have. You will always encounter situations in your life where leaving is the best option, and for these, it's always good to have an exit plan. Bonus tip: if you're not the one being bullied, think about what you can do to help those who are. As a witness to the bullying of others, you can use the value that you got out of the tips we've given you in the video to help those who are too scared to help themselves. Like I said in the beginning, bullies feel more inclined to torment those who they know won't do anything against them. A bully is a fast learner. Once he realizes that he can do whatever he wants, he quickly learns that his actions don't have consequences. That's why the most important thing to remember is that you have to do whatever you can to stand up and speak out. We hope you learned something today. If you haven't yet, give us a like and subscribe and tell us about your own experiences with your colleagues down below. or suggest a topic that you'd like us to talk about in our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.